From above, the Amazon appears as an endless emerald sanctuary. But underneath this canopy, there is a constant, relentless hum of survival that most visitors never see. Drop down into the shadows, and the scale of the undergrowth becomes suffocating. Explorers and locals who navigate these dense thickets know this ecosystem by a different name: the Green Hell. Millions of species here are locked in a ruthless competition for sunlight, nutrients, and flesh, making the Amazon one of the most intense evolutionary pressure cookers on Earth. To understand how this environment functions, we have to scale down. We will look at 3 distinct levels of danger, from a massive geological anomaly to an apex predator's anatomy down to a microscopic spore. Our search begins at the landscape level in the Peruvian Amazon, where a thick curtain of white steam rises directly out of the trees. This is Shanai-Timpishka. The water here flows at temperatures reaching 90 degrees Celsius, hot enough to cook the tissues of any animal that slips into the current in a matter of seconds. Typically, boiling rivers require a nearby volcano to heat the groundwater, yet there isn't a single active volcanic system within hundreds of miles of this region. This diagram shows the hidden geothermal plumbing. Rainwater seeps deep into the Earth's crust along fault lines, warming near the mantle, before pressure forces it back to the surface. This network vents staggering thermal energy into the riverbed, boiling 4 miles of jungle. The danger here is purely geological. The landscape itself functions as a massive, lethal thermal trap that kills without the need for a biological predator. Zooming in from the landscape to the riverbanks, we find the Green Anaconda, an apex predator with a body specialized for ambush in these muddy waters. With nostrils and eyes positioned on the top of their skulls, anacondas remain almost entirely submerged until their prey is within reach. Their strike is one of the fastest movements in the jungle. These snakes possess such immense mass that they effectively own the river. In this shot, a caiman, one of the jungle's most feared hunters, is resting on the back of a coiled female, acknowledging her absolute dominance. The sound of snapping bones is a common cinematic myth. The actual biology of an anaconda's kill relies on a much more efficient internal mechanism. This diagram illustrates the biophysics of constriction. As the snake squeezes, the external pressure immediately halts the prey's blood circulation, causing the heart and brain to fail within seconds. That pressure is generated by interlocking muscles beneath these iridescent scales, which are capable of generating forces far beyond the requirements for simple mechanical crushing. The anaconda bypasses the need for complex venom, relying instead on the raw physical laws of pressure to secure its place at the top of the food chain. We scale down even further, past the predators we can see, and into the microscopic realm where the Cordyceps fungus waits in the humid air. When a spore lands on a foraging ant, it dissolves the insect's exoskeleton and begins releasing chemicals that specifically target the ant's central nervous system. The fungus assumes total control of the ant's motor functions, forcing it to climb a plant and bite down on a leaf at the exact height required for the fungus to thrive. Once the host is in position, the fungus consumes its internal organs for fuel. These stalks then erupt from the ant's head to release a new cloud of spores onto the trails below. In the Green Hell, even a host's own nervous system can be turned into a biological weapon against its own colony. Pulling back from the spores, through the rivers, and into the sky, we can see how these distinct layers of danger form a single, holistic system. From the boiling earth to the constricting giants and mind-altering fungi have emerged from millions of years of uninterrupted evolutionary pressure, where every biological mechanism has been tested for maximum survival utility. The Amazon is nature operating at its most ruthless capacity, where every organism has been shaped by the absolute necessity of outcompeting its neighbors. Knowing the survival mechanics behind the canopy, would you still venture into the Amazon? Tell me in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the planet's extremes.